Good morning. Hi, it's Andrew Bebb with Midwest Fishing Club, and today I'm just gonna go fishing. I don't have anything on the agenda. It's gonna be my rant day. Literally, I never get to just do this, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's go for a ride. Apparently I have blind fish. They keep missing the lure. They come popping right up in front of it, popping in behind it. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna stay top water, but I'm gonna go to a live target, small frog bait. I've been noticing a lot of the frogs are real active. They've been croaking all over the place. It hangs in the water a little different, a little lower, so maybe when they come up, I won't get some of these miss hits. Some of these fish are a little bit smaller, and it's a little bit smaller. It's a little smaller popper. So I'll be right back. Here's what we're using now is the live target frog popper. It sets down in the water a little bit more. I know they're hitting top water. I can see the rings out there without me even doing anything. That was a big fish that just came and swam by. We got him. Oh yeah. That's a pretty stout fish. Oh yeah. We got one now. He's a good one if I can get him in, because I'm using this smaller pole, only 6-pound test line, so he's popping hard. Oh, come on, fish. Get in here. Don't you get hung up in that grass. Come on. Get up out of that grass. This is at least a 3-pounder. 2 3-pounder easy. Maybe more. Oh, and he's gotten stuck in the grass. Well, maybe not. No, I don't know. Yeah, he's a good fish. Come on. Come on up here, baby. Oh, yeah. Live target. Heck of a... Yeah, baby. Now there's a bass. That's a bass. Woo! Sometimes you don't need really big rod. You just need a nice subtle touch. That's a pretty darn big fish right there. Yep. Let me get a picture of him. Oh, yeah. Now there's a bass. That is a bass. Let's toss him in and put him back in. We'll get back to fishing. Yeah, when I caught that last big bass, I was like, I could see it. I could see the popper in the water, and then all of a sudden I saw this huge swirl of water around it, but not a strike swirl. It was like a fish came up, check it out, swirled around it, then came back a few seconds later and snagged it up from underneath. Pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. And you've seen my videos, I don't get too excited about fish, but that one was fun. And there's another one. Really starting to like this live target frog popper. I don't think this has got the weight that the last one did, but it's still not going to be too bad. Either that or I snagged him. One of the two, because he's not fighting at all. Oh yeah, he's a little dink. Well, I guess I'm allowed to dink after the big, after that last big one. Yeah, he's a little dink. But anytime you can catch a fish is a good time. The way I look at it. Come on. We all know how much I love getting stuck by hooks, but I'd really kind of like to not do it this time. Little dink! Little dink, it's alright. We send him back home to grow up. He'll be a hog someday. It's amazing how catching a couple good fish, will make you in a much better mood. Man, I was grumpy. I missed my wake-up alarm this morning. I had limited time to fish. But man, you catch a good 4 or 5 pounder and you're all happy again. There's one. Hit it, waited a second, set the hook. He's not the big behemoth, but he's not bad. Man, when you start the day off with a really big fish, everything else kind of pales in comparison. But he's a nice fish. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's a dink too, but a bigger dink at least. You know, I've seen worse. Oh man. Get some of the grass out of his face here. Not too bad of a, I mean, he's a little bass, but we'll take him, you know. Little pounder, half pounder, 3/4 pounder, somewhere in there. Oh, there's big fish out there. He just come up the top to ate something. And there's something that just ate mine. I had the drag set light, but it's only 6-pound test. So we're having a lot of fun. Reeling in, this is a pretty nice little fish. We'll take him. Like the last one. He didn't hit it, that's a nice little fish. Love to tell you that he was a whale, but he wasn't. Like I said, I'm fishing. Always get your blood pumping when you catch one of those big monsters, but I'd rather catch a whole lot of dinks than go all day and not catch anything. And believe me, lately, I've been catching a whole lot of 1 or 2, and that's about it for the day. Like I said earlier, the weather has just not cooperated with me one bit. Nice little bass. Toss him back in. We'll go get his brother. Bye-bye. But this is just a prime example of showing I was getting bites, I was getting short hits, I was getting fish coming up and taking a look, and I wasn't throwing the right bait at the beginning. I changed baits, and man, I mean, well, you've seen it. It's been lights out ever since, and that's the difference between my day-to-day and some other days. Some days I probably, quiet frogs! Some days I may not make that adjustment quick enough. Always be really aware of your surroundings. If you hear a lot of frog activity and you see a lot of stuff, you know those frogs are going to be more topwater hits. look for a frog. Funny, because you can see the fish are hitting a little different. A lot of times when I'm top water, and all of a sudden I'll get no notice, the next thing I know is this huge, monster, explosion out of the water, and they're on. Today it's been, fish have been coming up, they swirl around it. I can see the wake of the fish. I can't really see the fish, but I can see the wake of it. He'll kind of check it out, and then he'll come back down, and he'll come up and snag it. So I'm using a very realistic frog lure, and that's the reason why I think I'm catching fish. I love it. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a new Midwest Fishing Club's t-shirt. There's several different designs. You can pick them up at www.midwestfishingclub.com. Just go to our gear page and you will find all the different shirts available. It's been Andrew Bebb with Midwest Fishing Club. Just out having a fun time fishing and not worrying about it. Been working with a topwater, live target topwater frog, and been doing real well. I'm gonna take a little break here, go grab some breakfast, bring back the kids. We'll have some more fun.